Peace, everybody. I'm back from the hiatus. Man, been a journey. I had to slay some demons, and I had to go in on this final boss in my life and knock out some things. So I know it's been like a week for my 90-day challenge. So I'm about to put in a lot of work on these videos. But we'll get into that more, later. Today's cheat code is cheat code number 13, and Barter is smarter. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because of how important your speechcraft is when you're playing a game of life, whether it's dealing with certain merchants, which is sales, and trying to get a good deal, or selling, or just dialoguing with people, watching their disposition and body language and their demeanor to see if they like you or not. And, not everybody's going to like you, but it's good to have people who like you because you're going to benefit from them while you're playing the game. So, or you need to persuade something, or even joke around and laugh. It's pretty crucial in regards to healing and bringing therapy into a very colder, deep circumstance or situation, to haggle good prices, to allure the opposite sex, of course, to barter. Like I said, barter smarter. Your own goods that you create with your own hands and your services for a service or some products that you need from another person. Sometimes even intimidate. And lastly, prey on how to magnetically attract what you need into your universe with your words. And we talked about that last time, but that's what I'm gonna get in today. So when you're playing a game of life, and when we talked about this already, that I use the playing cards as my gaming console. So what I use as a certain cheat code, and in regards to barter is smarter, is if anybody's watching this and they utilize the playing cards as well, hopefully they do. I look to their Mercury and their Neptune cards. You can do this in astrology as well, but I'm gonna just stick to the cards, and I'll use today's card for example. So we all know that we've been dealt a specific hand of cards in life, and we went through that in previous videos. This specific video is I'll use today's birth card. Let's say, for instance, somebody who was born today's birthday would be June 10th, and their birth card would be a 7 of diamonds. And so if I look to their Mercury card, which is one space to the left of their birth card on the life spread, and I know I haven't introduced that later, but hopefully y'all can do some research on that. But it's one card to the left of the life spread, and then the Neptune card is the card that's right below, 7 spaces to the left. So it'll end up right below your birth card. So the 7 of diamonds Mercury card is a 5 of spades, and the 7 of diamonds Neptune card is a king of diamonds. So when I'm dealing with people in the game, so let's say this, for example, like you're playing a game and it's a role-playing game, meaning you have this little character and he's going to different shops and he has to buy and trade weapons and ammo, and then go talk to people and say, this is a mission and a quest that I gotta go do. Can you help my uncle do this and catch a butterfly, or whatever it's gonna be in that video game. A lot of the games now give you options of choices that you can make based off your own personality to create the type of storyline for yourself. That's kind of exactly how life is, based off the choices that you make. And so for me, when I'm playing a game of life, people that I know, usually the top 5 questions is going to be like, when I meet somebody, is going to be, what is your birthday? So I know who I'm dealing with. And right off top, the calculations come up and I can find out what the birth card is within my head with the equation. And I can find out where the Mercury card is and where the Neptune card is. And then I know, one, that Neptune would represent, which I said earlier in a couple of videos, it represents what is impressing you. So your impression, the 7 of diamonds person today is impressed with King of Diamonds energy. So let's say he walks into Bible study, I guess. I don't know. But filling out the energy, the seven of diamonds person is being impressed, taking away from the energy and the finding the meaning within that circumstance that they're in or the environment they're in with high values, spiritual values. So they're gonna have a really one-tracked mind in regards to what is they're taking away from the situation. So it's really hard to talk to a seven of diamonds knowing exactly what they're receiving from that. So they can get tunnel vision at times, but it's good because they know exactly the best value. That's the thing. They know how to be impressed. So if they saw, they went into a shop and they'll look at something, they'll find what's the most valuable item in the actual shop. And then they'll know the exact most valuable price that it's worth. This is what they'll know by impression. But their Mercury card is how they are going to use their speechcraft to affect the disposition of the shopkeeper that they're trying to buy this product from. So for instance, they want to buy a crystal ball, whatever, and they think it's $25 because they already know and scouted all the territories of all the shops and knowing they're looking for this specific item. They know it's that value, but the shopkeeper is like, the price for it is $50. How is he going to be able to engage in dialogue with this to deal with his mercantile skills to be able to haggle the actual shopkeeper? Well, his Mercury card is a 5 of spades, so the 7 of diamonds has to use their Mercury to express that King of diamonds impression that they took on that crystal ball, which they know is $25. But how are they going to be able to change the demeanor and disposition of that? Well, they have to use their Mercury card with the 5 of spades, and they're looking at it like, all right, what's the 5 of spades represent? 5 of spades is 5 dimensions of fire. So it's basically, they call it, it's dealing with traveling or wandering around. I see, when I'm looking at, if I seen a movie script or a video game, I would see this 7 of diamonds person walking around the shop, picking up and touching certain items as they're not really looking directly in the eye of the shopkeeper, but that's how this 7 of diamonds stays stabilized, quote unquote, in that instability of a 5 of spades. So in layman's terms, multitask, do something while you're talking because it will assist you in getting your message across from that King of diamonds impression from your Neptune. So, you know, oh, you're grabbing a deck of cards, you're looking at some toilet paper, you're talking, saying, oh man, this is a cool shop, and you're whatever you're going to say to that shopkeeper. And then at the same time, whatever it is that's coming out that you have to express, you're going to say that, you know, I want that crystal ball. And while you're touching all of these items and moving around, you're going to share your testimony of all these places on how this valuable item has this certain price because you had this experience. And in that sentimental, intimate conversation, you will be able to haggle the price down. Okay, so that all depends on the 7 of diamonds if they know their cards and they know how to activate that. For me, if I was playing as a 7 of diamonds, that's what I would do. But you know, everybody's going to play the game differently. So that's just one small example on the impression and the expression of Neptune and Mercury on how to utilize barter is smarter, and why this cheat code of understanding someone's birthday is so important. And you don't necessarily have to ask for someone's birthday right off top if you're going to go into a store and ask for the cashier's birthday to haggle the price. No, I'm not talking about that. But you should be able to recognize, like, I'm playing the game. After a while, you start to be able to count cards, and you understand the cards that are present right in front of you, the actual living cards. You'll be able to see and be like, pinpoint, oh, that's King of diamonds energy, that's 3 of spades energy. And in your own consciousness, in your own self-control, you'll be able to know how to encounter via all the experiences that you've been through with that specific type of energy. And it does take a little bit of memorization of all the spreads and stuff, but at the end of the day, we memorized the keys on the keyboard. We memorized how cell phone applications work, internet, computers, whatever. It just takes a little bit of memorization skills, and then all of this stuff will start to unlock for you. So this is something that I just wanted to share for cheat code number 13 on Barter is Smarter. Play the game and cultivate your speechcraft. You know, it will help in life to understand what specific type of energies your speechcraft has. So like when you play a video game, you can select different types of characters. Let's say there's like 20 different characters on a specific game that you choose. And they're all gonna have different skills and attributes. One might be really, really good in being able to socialize with people and communicate, and be a seller, or haggle a price. Another character might be weaker but stronger in their facial features and attraction. One might be weaker in the facial features of beauty and might be stronger in just their emotional sensitivity, of understanding and having compassion, and every single character, depending on what it is. So we can find out your birth card, we can find out what cards in Mercury and what cards in Neptune, and we can see how your potential in that specific area. It's pretty cool. So that's something I just want to share with y'all. If you want to ask some more questions to know what your birth card is, or what your Mercury or Neptune is, and your communication powers, and specifically in bartering smarter and using your speechcraft, then just holler at me on this video, or comment, like, and subscribe it, share it, and we can get it in. So this is one of the videos that I'm gonna knock out today, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. This is Kaliq again. Peace.